Good afternoon, everyone. So today, my name is Albin Jose, and I am trainer from Sankhyaana. So today, let's begin with understanding about the statistical programming which is being used in the pharmaceutical industry. Not only with that, we'll also see what are the different challenges confronted by them, and also we'll be understanding about different opportunities which we can embrace. Now let's go ahead with today's agenda. Now, when I speak about today's agenda, we'll be typically understanding about what the clinical trials is and what are the statistical efforts which are being conducted. Also, we'll understand about the characteristics of the statistical analysis process, and we'll also understand about comprehensive statistic computing environment. So what are the different other environments which we'll be understanding about in there. We'll also see the different CDISC models. So we'll just have a recap with that, because in the previous webinars I have also spoke about these different models which are being used in the industry, and also we'll speak about the challenges and what we can prepare for the future. Now let's begin and understand about the process here. Now when I speak about the statistical analysis efforts here, generally first I had explained about in the beginning that we usually go ahead and understand about the different clinical trials, and once the study, that is the drug development has started off, we will be first understanding about how to create the different protocol, right? So we had understood from where we are creating the protocol, that is a team a team of people coming together and sitting wherein they are creating different plans. So that protocol is nothing but the statistical analysis plan which they will be creating here. So here they will be creating different other things, that is not only with the part of study what is to be done, also the part wherein how they are going to analyze the data and how they are going to bring in the different variables. So if there are any new variables found, that is during the data creation or during the collection of the data, they will be including those, and accordingly they will be creating a plan before ahead itself, so that if there is any deviation they will be able to easily tackle those. Then they will be creating the specifications. Now when I speak about specification, they will be creating the metadata here. So the metadata will consist of all the variables which are to be created, all the column headings which are to be created, all the columns, including even the values what it should contain, and the control terminologies will be used in here. Now when I speak about the control terminologies, so we had seen in the CDIS standards, there we had a file wherein all the terms, like if I have for gender, so to get a unified result like gender, it should only consist of F or M or unknown, or it can be male, female or unknown, right? So here you will be able to see with the help of with the help of control terminologies, they will be able to create different specs, and accordingly they will be able to create different column names here. Now when I speak with related to SAS, so there I will have to know what is the type of variable. That is, when I speak about the type of variable, I will be speaking whether it is a character or a numeric, and accordingly they will be creating different specs. So all the domains which are to be created, what are the different domains according to the studies, so those all things will be created into the metadata. Now once the metadata is prepared, then they will start off with the once we have got the data, that is when the statistical programmers will be working with the will be programming those metadata, and they will be validating those. So they will be creating different domains according to the specification, and once the domains are created, they will be validating those. And once these validation is done, that is when later on we will be creating different statistical results which have been required. Now apart from this analysis, that is the typical clinical trial statistical analysis plan which we have done and the efforts which have been taken, they will let's understand about the characteristics. That is, when we are going ahead with the statistical analysis, what will be consisting or what will be checking in is the part of procedural controls. Now here they will be having a proper control over what the programs are. They will be checking in and out how the programming is being done. So it will be conducted, it will be checked with the seniors. Not only with the seniors, they will be also having some of the pre-recorded programs wherein it will help to get the proper result. Apart from that, the manual process which has been done. So here, when they are doing the manual process, what they will be checking in there, they will be checking the part of quality control and the verification part. They will be checking the report assembly is properly done or not. They will be checking other criteria, that is like versioning, snapshots and archival process is done properly or not. The generation of the specification, is it correct with according to the metadata which they have created. The standard results of the generation of the standard results, they will be checking out the results, whether the results are in proper manner or not. The values, they will cross check with the values again, and also apart from that, they will also check the data transformation and also the conversion which is required. So if there is any new variable being created, or if there is any other data manipulation being done, so that part they will be cross checking it again manually. Now apart from manually the validation part, there are different other there are different other tools which also are being used. SAS also has SAS also has one of the toolkit which has been provided to the clinical industries, that is clinical SAS toolkit. And there in that toolkit, what is there is, we will find plenty of macros in there, wherein you will have pre-recorded macros which will help us to produce different reports, which will help us to produce as per the clinical needs, clinical industry needs, and based on that they will be able to create those. And apart from that, there are also some programs, some macros which they help in to do the validation part there. Now once the validation is also can be done with the tools like the clinical SAS toolkit, and we also have one more tool that is named as Pinnacle 21. So there it helps us out to understand, and it helps us out to get the efficiency of the data and the accuracy in which the data is being processed. Now apart from the characteristics, what are the different computing environments which they take into? They will be looking into 21 CRF complaint environment. They will be checking whether whether this 21 CRF environment part A is properly generated or not. Apart from that, they also check with the controls and also create different audit trials for all the objects, and then they will be also looking into the version control for the statistical programs. So if there are any other needs to be created, or if there is any problem with while creating the STM domains or the ADAM domains, they will be checking in the version controls also, whether the tool which they have used is updated one or not, or either they are using the older version. So they will be mentioning those version, like I spoke about in the beginning about like previous webinars, that is I had spoke about the different versions of STDMIG, right? We have version 1.2, we have version 2. So those versions control also they will be checking in which version they are going to use in. Apart then will also be looking into the scripting ability and also the job scheduling capacity. That is, now once these programs are being written down, right, now here what happens is we will be processing a lot of data in here. So we are working with something that is a huge amount of data we will be working with. So whether this scripting ability is properly done or not. Apart from that, when these programs are run, that is all together when it is run, that is where we say it as batch run. So when we execute these batch run, is there any trouble wherein the servers are not able to load, or is there any trouble with the computer wherein they are not able to process those programs and execute it properly? So those are the different things which they will be taking into, and they will be trying to compute those. Apart from that, they will be also developing on the day-to-day basis. Not only with that, they will be testing different codes. So if I have already prepared one programs and I am trying to, I will first, what we will do is we will be testing those in an environment. We'll be checking whether those programs are executing without any errors or without any warnings, and then based on that they will be giving you the output, and once these are tested, that is when they will be generating it into the production phase. Now it depends here with the company, that is whether they are going to distribute it among the team or whether the same person will be doing each and everything together. Okay, now let's understand about, let's have a recap about the CDISC models. Now here there are different CDISC models being used. We have SDTM, we have ADAM, we have ODM, and also we have PGR. Now when I speak about SDTM, SDTM is nothing but the steady data tabulation model. So in here, the steady data tabulation model, there are different domains which we are creating and we are just tabulating those, right? Now apart from the tabulation, now what is the next which I will be doing is the creating the analysis reports, right? Now in here, in the analysis in the analysis report, what we will be doing is we will be cross checking it whether these yeah, so we will be cross checking this whether these files are properly working or not, and all the apart from those apart from these, we will be also cross checking whether the new variables which are being created is properly created or not. And then they will be cross checking with the other things, that is they will be checking out whether the specification of the statistical, that is according to the metadata which has been created, is correct or not. Now here they will also check with the ODM part. Now when I speak about ODM, there are plenty of other that is we'll be looking into the part of which gives the open with the XML standards, that is wherein if I want to exchange for all the clinical trials data including the SDTM and both the ADAM, that they will be the ODM will be helping out with the XML standard, and we will be extracting these datas, that is the different domains which we have created and the tables which we have created. We will be extracting those into the XML standard, and from there we will be able to submit these data sets, these XML files, and also these reports to the FDA. Now after this, what we will be doing is we will be creating the PGR, that is PRG also is there. Now PRG is nothing but the protocol representation group. Now here their main goal is to map the clinical trials protocol to the data stream, and by completing it, the protocol metadata can be used to drive the SAP authority tools. Now here the SAP authority tools will be depending upon what the companies they are going to use. They will be also helping out in CDMS protocol designs. They will be also eventually helping out to drive the standard statistical programming and also with the templates which they have. Okay, so those are the different things where they will be taking into, and they will be checking out whether these are able to do any these are able to do anything. Now apart from this, the different challenges being faced, so let's understand about the different challenges being faced here. Now here the challenges which are being faced by the industries is nothing but, not only with the industries, even the programmers will be facing these challenges. Now what are the different challenges which they face? They will be facing with the statistical computing environment, wherein the software which is going to work is proper or not. And apart from that, what happens here is generally whenever we are updating these softwares, what happens, the data is evolving much more faster and the models are evolving much more faster. So is the statistical environment or the softwares are able to get developed, and are they able to keep the pace with these standards. Now apart these standards and the data, now apart from that, the industry standards, they are much ahead from the support of the software. So here SAS is able to help us out with each and everything, wherein they are updating the softwares, they are updating their platform, and they are trying to make up the match here. Now apart from that, what are the other things which they look? That is, we have the institution change, and institutional change which happens, it's very hard, and we also need to make ensure that the standards or the models which is not which is not damaging the science of what we are going to or what we are trying to do. We'll also need to force the square pegs and around the holes. So here it is the part wherein they will be checking with the different views that is made by the traditional views, and right now the visionary views. Now when I speak about traditional views and the visionary views, traditionalists are the people who have the historical way of doing the clinical trial analysis. They might argue that clinical trial analysis is a bit more complex business, or they will be able to not understand, and they will be thinking that it cannot be fully automated. But here the visionaries will be looking into wherein the things can be done in a proper interest. So they will be looking into wherein the process, the programs being done within minutes, and you will have the p-value interest of any statistical analysis which are being created. Now apart from that, what are the other things which they look into? They will be trying to see, and they will be we will be needing like both these traditional views and also the visionary views, wherein they are able to understand each other and they are able to work together each other. Now say for simple example, right now what happens in the industry is there are different people who are working together, wherein they are able to see, okay, these are the different ways, or these are the different things wherein the clinical trials can be conducted. So some think that the traditional way of thinking, that the something that these clinical trials has to be done manually, wherein each and every programmer will have to check whether these metadata, whether these data which we are converting into tabulation and also creating the different analysis is done properly or not, is according to the standards or not, whether there is any discrepancy in the data, or is there any inaccuracy in the data. So all those things, they need it to be done manually. But there are some people who think wherein the automation can benefit the clinical industry. Now how? If the automation is done, what will happen is the clinical SAS programmers will be just executing those programs. They will be checking whether these programs are able to produce the required data sets, the required reports, the required informations, and accordingly they will be checking out. So if there is any error, there that will be the part of statistical programmer who will be cross checking those, and they will be updating those. Now apart from these views, the different challenges being faced, what are the other things where we can prepare ourselves, where we can do a proper way of indulging it in the future. Now here what we'll be doing is, here we'll be getting ourselves involved, that is the statistical programmers involved, and understanding the organization needs also. So if both of them to work together, there will be a proper result which we can generate it. So that means the ideas of statistical programmer who are coding those, who are understanding what is to be done, how are the different data being generated, how are the different reports being generated. So once they are able to understand that, they will be able to produce it properly. They will be able to go according also and adjust according to the organization needs to. An organization has to understand how they are getting involved in, and what are the different changes which can be made by them. So here both of their involvement is required. Now apart from here, what else we can look into? That is, we can prepare the future, we can check, we can learn from what we have done right now, and whatever the changes which are required, we will be able to make those changes and bring in the different analysis, different way of analyzing the reports, and also creating different other reports which are required. Now apart from this, what we'll be looking into, we'll be also looking into and making sure that business processes are very clean and they are able to do it efficiently. And with that we'll be also looking into the metadata for it. Now once in the beginning I had spoke about the creation of the specs, right, the metadata which we will be using it for analysis. So here we have to bring in more easy way method wherein we will be able to understand, okay, this metadata can help us out and make few changes. If made few changes, it will be able to understand, it will be able to make the process more easier. Now with this, like right now we are living in 21st century, and there are plenty of not only technologies but other things which have been coming into the market, and wherein some of the people are falling behind. So what happens here is we should be keeping ourselves updated. Whatever the different standards development are there, or whatever the different application providers are giving the different opportunities, we have to keep ourselves updated. We have to